What's up, alumni? How are you doing today? I'm doing great. Let's go ahead and get started with Ramon Estade. Ramon came to the Learning Center in 1999 and graduated in 2001. Short and sweet here at the Learning Center. Then he went to Southwest Collegiate Institute for the Deaf. He stayed for a year and thought, this is good enough. So he came back to the Learning Center as an employee. Ramon worked at the Walden School for many years. After 10 years at Walden School, he realized I should go back to school and thought, why not go to Gallaudet University? He's been a student at Gallaudet University ever since then. He is a proud member of Alpha Sigma Pi fraternity at Gallaudet University. Ramon focuses on his studies right now and doesn't work. Ramon's family is so proud of him that he's gone back to school and is going to finish his education. For hobbies, Ramon loves doing CrossFit. He says, if you keep up with it, I promise you're going to lose weight. It's so much fun. He loves to go to shows, go shopping, buy some new things. Ramon has some special memories of the Learning Center. He was really a student for a short time, but he says, I've really enjoyed being there as staff. I feel like I've gone through a lot of personal growth during my time working there. I liked working as an assistant coach and being able to motivate the kids. The Learning Center is such a positive atmosphere. Ramon feels that the small community at the Learning Center has really influenced his life for the better. Everyone says hello, is friendly, is inclusive, and it's really given him a soft heart that he brings with him wherever he goes. And his interaction and time at the Learning Center and the community there has really made him a better person. Feels like he's always at his best as a result of the Learning Center, and he's able to welcome people and be engaging and be friendly because of what he's learned there. Ramon keeps in touch with, many people from the Learning Center, mostly his alumni and even some current alumni he'll see when they come to Gallaudet, and he's shocked to see how much they've grown since his time there. I asked Ramon what things he would need on an island, and he said, well, I would need my iPhone to keep me busy. Secondly, I would want a journal to be able to write and get my thoughts onto paper. And lastly, I would want my Corona light for sure. Thank you, Ramon. Next, we have Jackie Pransky. Jackie came to Learning Center in 1990 in the parent-infant program and remained here until she graduated in 2008. Jackie went to Rochester Institute of Technology and stayed in school until she graduated just recently in 2012, getting a degree in clinical psychology. What a fun job. I asked Jackie, what do you do now? And she says, well, I still am in Rochester, but before I graduated, I worked as an RA, as a residential advisor for 3 years. I had enough of that after 3 years, so I started working off campus. But I do still work around the Rochester area. I hope to be a research assistant, I am a research assistant, and I work in the area, and I really love what I do because I'm also able to work on outreach projects to tell people the importance of health and fitness. It's a really fun job because you're able to help people become better. Jackie said, when I asked her, does she have a family? She said, oh, thank God I don't have any kids of my own yet, but I have a great family. She loves to go to the rec center in her free time and play soccer and sports, and it's a great way to spend time if you don't have anything else to do and to hang out with friends. She loves doing outdoor activities like hiking and swimming and mountain biking. Jackie loves to read as well. I asked her about special memories at the Learning Center, and she says, "Oh, I have so many. I have to tell them to you, and I can't really rank them. But first, I'm going to tell you about a memory that I have with Marie Phillip. She was a master storyteller. You know, I remember watching her stories in ASL, and they were amazing. There's one that I remember so clearly. She came out to tell a story, and her hair was big and colorful and wild and crazy, and what she had done was match her hair to the main character in a book that she was reading to us. The woman had like bees in her hair, and I was glued. It was amazing. My second memory is when we did a Ouija board. We tried to channel spirits and decided it would be way too creepy to do it in the girls' dorm. So instead, we went into the cafeteria. And it was so weird because as we were doing it in the cafeteria, we noticed that the lights on the White House went on. We were so freaked out. We ran back to the dorms. And another memory that I have that I love is the Learning Center annual Halloween party. It's so fun to get together and go to homecoming and have the theme and Mac the Ghost is involved. It's just such a fabulous memory. And the soccer team. I loved getting together with the soccer team and chatting on the bus and laughing so hard. I mean, there's just so many positive memories from the Learning Center. I asked Jackie how she feels the Learning Center has really influenced her life, and she said, you know, I honestly can barely put it into words. I feel that the Learning Center gave me my identity. The Learning Center allowed me to feel confident, and I was able to interact with people in the public school and at a deaf school, and to develop the skills of interacting with both cultures. You know, everything that I did about who I am now is a result of the Learning Center and a result of having deaf pride, learning about the deaf culture, and that was all instilled in me from the Learning Center. I have my identity set to go, and now I'm ready to be out in the real world, and so I have to credit that to the Learning Center. I said, well, you know, who do you keep in touch with? And she said, well, you know, I'm bad with keeping in touch with people. I'm just so busy. I do go to some basketball events and I see people there. Now, what would you bring if you were to go to an island and you could only take 3 things? First, she said, I would bring the Back to the Future car so that I could actually escape off the island. Secondly, I would bring my dog. I love dogs. My dog is such a people person, so friendly. Lastly, I would bring some sunblock. I don't want to burn if I'm out on that island all day, and I got to be able to tan. That's Jackie. Man, she is a good time. Our last alumni is Victoria Maynard. Victoria came into the Learning Center in 2004 from All School in Worcester. She stayed until graduation in 2009. She went to Quinnipiac Community College. After taking some classes for a couple years, decided to hold off on finishing her education and work. She just found a job in January. She's working at a group home, and she really enjoys the experience. She said, I love it. You know why? Because I actually have a sibling with Down syndrome, and so I feel that I'm able to use my experiences with my family and directly apply them to my job and to other people who have similar needs. I asked her about family, and she said, well, yes, I'm actually engaged, and we're going to be married soon. We've been together for 6 years, so I'm really looking forward to that. We both go visit family and friends, and we keep in touch with a lot of people. We also have 2 pet ferrets. One of them is deaf. Their name is Jadza and Phoenix. I love my ferrets. And I said, well, now what are your hobbies? And she said, oh man, I love editing photos, making creative memory scrapbooks, and I love to hang out with family and friends and just spend time together. I like to do research on my computer and learn new things. I also like to go walk my ferrets. Now I had to ask her more about this. So how do you walk your ferrets? And she says, oh, I have a special leash. We just walk around. That is so far out. So cool. Now, Victoria, what special memories do you have of the Learning Center? She said, you know what? I really look back and cherish the time I spent with my best friend, Justine Woodward. It was just great to have such support in her and friendship at all times. So, Victoria, how is your life influenced today from your time at the Learning Center? You know, I am just so confident. I have more ability to take risks and do new things. And you know, I have such thankfulness for the teachers who stuck by me through my rebellion during my time at the Learning Center. You know, I've learned so much about myself and about how much I must have been a challenge. So thank you, teachers, for your patience with me during those years. I do still keep in touch with Justine, best friend. You know, I keep in touch with a number of alumni that I graduated with in my graduating class. Now, what would I bring to the island? My clothes, my iPhone, and my candle so I could see better. That's it. Whoa! Do you know that today is my last day of working with the team here at the Learning Center? I have so enjoyed interacting with you. It's my last day. I can't believe it. Remember, alumni, keep in touch. Be involved. Come to the Learning Center. Come to events. If you have anything you need, please get in touch with Carla. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you next time, whenever that may be.